morning, children. Okay, children, today I am going to take English for class 9. Unit 4, C bit. Textbook, page number 80, children. Yes, children. Textbook, page number 80. Can't climb trees anymore. Cannot climb trees anymore. Okay, children. He stood on the grass. Sorry, before this we will see what glossary are, children. Turnstile, a mechanical gate consisting of revolving horizontal arms fixed to vertical post, allowing only one person at a time to pass through. Turnstile. Dizzy, having a sensation of spinning around and losing one's balance. Hollyhock, a tall garden plant with large showy flowers. Disembodied, lacking any obvious physical source. Trapeze, a swing used by circus acrobats. Then, bougainvillea, an ornamental shrubby climbing plant widely cultivated in the tropics with the bright colored flowers. Budgerier, a small bird belonging to the parrot family. Eddy, a circular movement of dust. Sprightliness, liveliness and energy in action. Lissom, slim, graceful, coarse, flow. Okay, let us start the class, children. He stood at the grass verge by the side of the road and looked over the garden wall at the old house. So he was standing near the gate and looking inside the garden, and he was staring the old house. It hadn't changed much. He said it had not changed much. The old house built with solid blocks of granite wasn't altered at all. So he said that old house was built by the granite, and nothing changed in that. But there was a new outhouse, and there were fewer trees. And besides that, there was a new house, and beside the house there were some new trees. He was glad to see that the jackfruit tree still stood at the side of the building, casting its shade on the wall. And also he could see that jackfruit tree, still it is there, and the shade of that jackfruit tree is falling on the wall. He remembered his grandmother saying, "A blessing rests on the house where the shadow of a tree falls." So he remembered the same. He remembered some words of his grandmother who said, when a tree's shade falls on the house, it is like a blessing from the God. That house will get the blessing from the God. And so the present owners must also be receiving the tree's blessing. And then he was thinking that, so now at present the owner of that house might be getting the blessing of the tree. At the spot where he stood, there had once been a turnstile. So at the spot right now where he is standing, some years ago there was a turnstile, like a gate through which one person can enter in that gate. That type of gate was there at that time. And so the present owners, and as a boy he would swing it, going round and round until he was quite dizzy. So when he was a boy, he used to play on that gate. He used to swing around when he was a boy. Now the turnstile had gone, the opening walled up. The hollyhocks grew on the other side of the wall. So now he is saying that now that open still is not there, that gate is not there, it has been changed. What are you looking at? It was a disembodied voice at first. Somebody said that he was standing there and he was observing all this thing. So somebody said, what are you looking at? Moments later, a girl stood framed between dark red hollyhocks staring at the man. So very soon what happened, a small girl came and stood in front of him. She was only 12 or 13 years, slim and dark, with lively eyes and long black hair. The girl is only of 12 or 13 years old. She is slim and she is dark. She has a lovely eyes and she has a long hair. I am looking at the house, he said. The girl came and asked, what were you looking at? What are you looking at? She asked. He said, I am looking at the house, he said. Why? Did you want to buy it? The girl asked, did you want to buy it? Is it your house? It's my father's. And what does your father do? He is only a colonel. Only a colonel? Well, he should have been a brigadier by now. The man burst out laughing. So the girl and the man was having conversation that she asked whether why you came here. She asked whether you want to buy the house. He said, no, that is my father's house. It's not funny, she said. Even mummy says she should have been a brigadier. It was on the tip of his tongue to make a witty remark. Perhaps that's why he is still a colonel. But he did not want to give offense. They stood on either side of the wall, praising each other. So the man and the girl were talking about their parents. So the girl said that your father might be a colonel and he might be a brigadier by now. He said, no, it's not like that. And she said that even my mother want to become a brigadier. So like this, they both were discussing about each other. Well, she said finally, if you don't want to buy the house, what are you looking at? So then the girl said, okay, so if you don't want to buy this house, then what were you looking at? I used to live here once. So the man said that I used to live here once. Oh, 25 years ago, as a boy, as a young man. And then my grandmother died, we sold the house and went away. So he said somewhat 25 years ago, we lived here in this house. I lived here as a man, as a young man. So after that my grandmother died and then we sold this house and we left from here, he said. She was silent for a while. taking in this information. Then she said, and you would like to buy it back now, but you don't have the money. He did not look very prosperous. So she said, okay, so you used to live here 25 years ago. So I think now you wanted to buy this house again. No, I wasn't thinking of buying it back. Wanted to see it again. That's all. How long have you lived in it? So he said, no, I don't want to buy it. I just wanted to see the house, he said. And he asked, how long you were living in this, he asked. Only 3 years. She smiled. She had been eating a melon and there was still juice in the corner of her mouth. So she said, we were living in this house only from 3 years. So I think the girl was eating watermelon because there was a juice near her to the edges of her mouth when she spoke to the man. Would you like to come in and look more closely? The girl asked, would you like to come inside and look the house more closely? Wouldn't your parents mind? So he said, your parents, they don't mind if I come inside. They have gone to the club. They won't mind. I am allowed to bring my friends home. So she said, my parents went to club and also my parents won't mind. They don't mind anything bringing my friend inside, she said. Even elderly friend like me. So he said, even elderly friend like me. She said, how old are you? Oh, just middle-aged, but feeling young today. And to prove it, he decided he would climb over the wall instead of going round the gate. He got up on the wall all right, but had to rest there, breathing heavily. So she said, how old are you? He said, I am middle-aged. And to prove that he is young, he wanted to climb the gate. He don't want to go from the gate. He wanted to climb the wall at the gate and he wanted to go inside. Then he started climbing. But what happened? At middle he took rest. He is breathing heavily. Middle-aged man on the flying trapeze, he muttered to himself. I'll help you, she said and gave him her hand. He slithered down into a flower bed, shattering the stem of a hollyhock. As they walked across the grass, he spotted a stone bench under a mango tree. It was the bench on which his grandmother used to rest. So, when he was unable to climb the gate, she gave her hand, she helped him and they got into the house. And when they were walking inside, he has pointed out a bench under a mango tree and he said that was the bench where my grandmother used to sit when she was tired or frowning rose bushes and bougainvillea. So when he said that when she was tired or when she's watering the plants, she used to sit on that bench. Let's just sit here, he said. I don't want to go inside. So he said, let us sit here only. I don't want to go inside, he said. She sat beside him on the bench. It was March and the mango tree was in blossom. A sweet, rather heavy fragrance drenched the garden. So it was the month of March and there was a mangoes. The mangoes sweet fragrance are blossoming and the fragrance is very nice, sweet fragrance, it's heavy and that branched in the garden, the whole smell is there in the garden of the mangoes. They were silent for some time. The man closed his eyes and remembered other times, the music of piano, the chiming of grandfather clock, the constant twitter budgies on the veranda, his grandfather cranking up the old car. So just he closed his eyes for some time. So the man sat on the bench and just he closed his eyes and he was imagining all the things. Like when he was in that house, like how was the piano sound was there and how his grandfather's watch sound were cranking up his for our grandfather's car, the constant twitter of the watch. This all he was imagining. I used to climb the jackfruit tree, he said, opening his eyes. I did not like the jackfruits, though do you? So he said that I used to climb the jackfruit tree. I don't like jackfruit, but even though I used to climb the tree, he said, and he said, do you like? It's all right. It's all right in pickles. I suppose so. The tree was easy to climb. I spent a lot of time in it. Do you want to climb it again? My parents won't mind. So she said, do you want to climb it again? Don't think anything. My parents never mind. My parents don't mind. If you want to climb, you can climb, she said. No. No, not at all climbing the garden wall. Let's just sit here for a few minutes and talk. I mentioned the jackfruit tree because it was my favorite place. So he said, no, I don't want to climb the tree. Just let us sit here for some time. I mentioned the jackfruit tree because I like that place very much, he said. Do you see that thick branch stretching out over the roof? Halfway along it there's a small hollow in which I used to keep some of my treasures. What kind of treasure? She said, see on the branch, on the tree branch you can see a small hollow. So I used to keep my things, my treasure there, he said. What kind of treasures she asked. Oh, nothing valuable. Marbles I would won. So he said nothing valuable. The marbles which I used to won when I used to play with my friends, I used to hide them in that hollow, he said. A book I was not supposed to read. A few old coins I had collected. Things came and went. I was a bit of pro, collecting bright things and putting them away. There was my grandfather's iron cross. Well, not my grandfather's exactly because he was British and the iron cross was a German decoration awarded for bravery during the war. The First World War. When my grandfather fought in France, he got it from a German soldier. So he said that I used to hide the marbles and the books. If I am not interested to study any book, I used to hide it there. And I used to collect the coins and keep it there. And also there was the iron cross of my grandfather which he won in his World War, and it was presented from the German. It was presented from the France. He got it from German. Dead or alive? I beg your pardon. Oh, you mean the German? I never asked. Dead, I suppose. Perhaps he was a prisoner. I never asked grandfather. Isn't there that strange? And the iron cross, do you still have it? No, he said, looking her in the eyes. I left in the jackfruit tree. You left in the tree. So she said, is that iron cross still with you? He said, no, it's not with me. I left it in the jackfruit hollow only, he said. Yes, I was so excited at the time, packing and saying goodbye to the people and thinking about the ship I was going to sail. On that, I simply forgot all about it. She was silent, considering her finger on her lips, her gaze fixed on the jackfruit. Then quickly she said, it may still be there, in the hollow in the branch. So he said that I was very busy at that time when we are shifting from here. I was very happy to go on sail in the boat. So I am busy in that. So I was very busy in saying goodbye. And I went off. I did not take the iron cross, he said. Then she said, okay, so I think might be that iron cross still in that jackfruit tree. Yes, he said it's 25 years, but it may still be there unless someone else found it. So he said, okay, it is almost 25 years. So I think if unless anyone got that, it could be there only. Would you like to go and look? I can't climb trees anymore. So she said, would you like to go and look? He said, no, I can't climb anymore. If you can, I will go and see. You just sit here and wait for me. She said, if you want, I will go and climb the tree. You just sit here and wait, she said. She sprang up and ran across the grass, swift and sweet of limb. Soon she was in the jackfruit tree. Crawling along the projecting branch, a warm wind brought little eddies of dust along the road. Summer was in the air. I have found it, she cried. I have found something. So the girl went and climbed the tree and she said, I have found it. And now, barefoot, she ran breathlessly towards him, in her outstretched hand a rusty old medal. So she got that medal and she barefootedly she ran towards him and she said, I got this medal. He took it from her and turned it over on his palm. Is it the iron cross? She asked eagerly. Yes, he said, this is it. Now I know why you came. You wanted to see if it was still in the tree. You may be right. I am not really sure why I came. But you keep the cross. He found it after all. Now you keep it, it's yours. But it could have remained in the tree for another 25 years if you hadn't climbed up to look for it. But if you hadn't come back again on the right day at the right time and with the right person, he said, getting up and placing the medal in her hands, it wasn't the cross I came for, it was my youth. She did not understand that, but she walked with him to the gate and stood there gazing. After him, as she walked away, where the road turned, he looked back and waved to her. Then he quickened his steps and moved briskly towards the bus stop. There was sprinklessness his steps and something cried aloud in his heart. Dark dancing eyes, melon sweet lips, lissom limbs. The mango-scented summer breeze made the blood course in his veins, and forgot for a moment that he couldn't climb trees any more. So, at last, he did not take the cross. So, he could not take the grass. He gave the cross to the girl and he left the place. So, children, this is what about the story. Can't climb trees anymore. So he can't climb trees anymore because he has grown up. So he is unable to climb the trees. So question answers, whatever the question answers is given in this lesson, you will have to write it, children. Write the question answers and then send it to the school mail ID to myschoolmyhomework@gmail.com. Till then, take care, children. Bye.